to Friday, Adam did you me de brewo. Now, me beer whom I 242 manasa me my opportunity to send in your messages via 0545402507. Now, but devoid of insult, I keep on telling you, say, Openi Bini Makasa, Openi Demod, owner of Demod inside North Kaneshi Mechiapa, Demod, North Kaneshi, Openi Mechiapa, the Chief Executive Officer of Demod. Papa, Mechiapa, maybe I will be and your advices that you've been giving me. Thank you very much. Sir, when people send messages and they are insults, I suggest avoid those insults and read the good things that they have written. Until now, if you do it that way too, I'll be very, very happy. Said Brony Frebibi intellectual discourse. Intellectual discourse. That means what you would daho, what you would daho when you be, when you be. And before the will be a maybe say we before panting argument. You are before panting, I mean, what trouble may argue with you. And now, friend, I may argue with you. I just read your message and walk away because me were before, but me no more. I say me a quick tempered. And before now, the pie and the share of say. Yeah, they. I don't know how to say it. Say, I depend. Ona mana catch them for me. Them a quick temper do, and I ultimately car credentials. O the car credentials. Who can now pay you be ready. But to avoid any other matrimony, sign up my life. They don't say any. So me do a door. Them come baby boko. Me pe confuse and then nature because say ume before show swap. The words that you utter. You can't reverse it. But nipa yesi nipa ye dead. And so yan wene nam. Ya sebe jamna na ka bon yum bi sa say nipa ye dead so yan wene nam doko ade de wo babinti. So what you say? Eti nipa dead by yan wene nam. So you can have as much as a buphobia with someone. But remember, so one day there will be a conversation somewhere. Obesa ba wo chen, we be forget him with differences. Na mo say one. But ebi ana ebufo ntu damage no uma na djuma board uma kwantu obi okotu anya ye asem bi akoka no obi those things the way he any ebufo nti you voice out on certain words at the end of the day no and the nipa ko wie pempenso bi there's a secret between nipa no bufo nti you voice out to the person and told the person about some certain secret the two of you have shared and there come another person and yadipa aha nipa cobra jenya nipa until I keep on saying sir I always try to keep my abufo to myself. It may if you ask my wife she tell you ubetimi akasa na mete wona mehwe because if I utter some words bape na ade ade bi na deba which I don't like it and I am that kind of type who don't, I repeat, not being arrogant, but who don't easily retract my statement that I've made. So there be a catch say I am always responsible of whatever I have said. The next 20, 30, 50 years, if you refer me, I will still tell you I said it because I have to say it and I have said it. At that particular moment, I needed to say it the way I wanted to say it. I have said it. I won't retract. I don't talk. You can say whatever you want to say. I am done. Because I believe that one day, I won't have been so let's come back. Then we are back. But maybe side and I can't retract it. So because of that, I will avoid the argument, the insult, the buffo. Then I stay away. So that is who I am. And then I remember I worked with a certain guy. He's now working with a Ghana Guitar Center in Pennyphony. Then on radio, we used to manage a radio station called Freedom FM. I was then the programs manager, so he came in and he became the general manager. But he was in Accra. Then I was in Kumasi. So when he's not around, he may take you over. Then when he comes, so there's a time we have to do something, and it didn't go down well. When Busan, then there was a heated argument and blah 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 blah. But later, years back, after I have left the station, he was also left the station. I was working with a media house. Then Commodity the appointment by then he called me, oh Charlie boss, then began a live interview. Then he sent me a message. Charlie, forgive me for all that transpired during our time at Freedom FM. It was something else. But then, do you know what? Because he apologized because when the incident happened, the next day, because the general manager, he wrote a memo to terminate my program's managership because he has issues with me. But after 2, 3, 4 years time, what true apology the Abraham said, why ye? But he has damaged my credentials. Are you getting me? But years back down the line, today, as I speak to you today, I have spoken with him. My boy, may your passport but I need a speedy. Before the papa, then he told me, so, oh, contact this guy. I contacted the guy, papa, within the papa. Then today I just sent him a message. I need a thing to fill a form. So I want you to speed up the thing. Also, okay, don't worry. I'll work on it. So you see the difference that I'm talking about. We fought. He did something to me. He terminated my appointment. But today, he's helping me to do another thing that is most important than. Or what I'm doing for my boy today is most important that I need that passport. And he is assisting me. And today, be a catch yourself. A young man for political career. And our politics now want and fun near Tamun Kuntoko social media no fear for them one. You can retreat it back, especially those one that goes on social media. I beg your pardon. Our show, there be a call live. And a Facebook live. Who send a message about me reading me bold dear. And did the attempt now can me can yin and ego young chin for ego sa obi swatching. There's obi to be train. Obi swatch to baby. Years later, you want to stand some position be. Now fe uko jina wa. What they call public now no be ako copy. Ako foul video no. Oba first video yi. No about asimesi blah 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 blah. This is what he said about this. No post bam. Where are you? It have always said the attempt does not solve problem. Let's discuss sensibly. Yen kayasem, yen making an argument. Ye via obianya den and penny baby trani yen koyenim. That is how life is. So what you say? When he terminated that one, unim say oboa me because or me free or they memo the boss said I should do the drive time and leave the programs managership down. I mean fat to her. But one case me station was also there for program manager too because as general manager I know promote to minimum communicate. This are the the drive time. Na me for. Then within that short portable time, I had a contract to go and rebrand a station in Secretary with the whole team for 1 year pay. A big contract. Bam. Baby, you na baby say. But you need somebody's recommendation one day. It will be sremo. So na me no. Me do bia me po bia sem. But let's say it as it is. Say the be your mind be call them. O mind gina ye, e gina ye ma me na wo. Eti da bia me kama sama me de me anko sa third year example ka say me dey say yo me ba we o me yiri we. I do those things because I want you to know say I am doing a real thing, live program. Me fama some sie. Say the be ya obe say I no call na maker. Me exaggerate me some. So I must use myself as an example for you to know say I am not lying. I am not exaggerating. Let's say it as it. Yeah, nipa. We are humans. See, here political difference between China. There are real life and war. I didn't be a ultimate who say, as some way young fancy, young fan dodgy. But say, over there, say, no politics a padia. Can say, where the same Kaudim say, in real time, in real life experience. And can you say that's a set here? Are you true? Are you true? So, yeah, a true baby. Let's put our patriotism. Young fakala na for the patriotism and share. After that, we go our separate ways. Simple. But someone yan is na utie me. Na obufu mi da bia na wo se makoka party ho asem a. Ene ya me be kan DC for ho asem. First story am be hete. E DC. Na DC asem na me be kan sesi ado. Involve somebody metimi akase yene ne ekona krana. Yene ne din komo. As media houses, a lot of people and then communicate. Unma dikotia. So probi ama wabe communicating our NDC as NDC anemwa per party no niamano. Obi oye regional communication officer ono na o friend na obetimi ama onipa. You have all your people who will be who want this and for obetimi afro bi about show so at any time. But say bia o pese o rely on regional communication now. There is a guy o friend na o sabeka no. And then one basem bi the best me fancy the fact say ye ne was communication na ye ne find na some ba me ba be kan me to omofo. It I will say it. Now listen to this. Crack in NDC as Greater Accra Regional Vice Chairman and a top communication officer beat each other at a meeting. What adani tokwa. What again SCA? Maybe I know my coffee paper and baby free buy no my kind. The kind and one of my baby atra. Greater Accra Regional Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Mr. William Venyo, and the Greater Accra Regional Communication Officer of the NDC, Mr. Jerry Johnson, have their exchange blows. So Jerry is a communication officer of the NDC in terms of regional. It will be in a kasa o frena o communication bureau no regional Greater Accra on the vessel. It most often cophobia eba say aye no kasa no. Jerry na suma o mo. Jerry na kontokwa no. Jerry na kontokwa no. It will kontokwa party no mu. Was it then? The fracas was said to have occurred when Greater Accra Regional Vice Chairman of the NDC has controversial statement at the meeting which was being held at the Greater Accra Regional Headquarters on Tuesday 9th. Now, the sources indicate that the statement made by Mr. Venyo has angered Mr. Jerry, who stood up to challenge the Vice Chairman. However, Mr. Venyo got annoyed and slapped Mr. Jerry, resulting in the fight between the two. Between the two, shut of the party. Eti, Chama, sorry, and when the a friend's officer soon, and I done a fracas. Why do I bring such stories? Obi, I would have said you say that now, pay. I just said, I want you out here, Bonting. I want to say, the people are party no wamu bempa. Party no ye kasa wamu kasa wom. Wamu betimi di asama to krata so. E dey control Dramani Mahama office direct. Aka chere say me regional officer. Say na kwaso wo party no man say na pese ye. Me the recommendation ba. Me a chairman region say they are direct. So party ni power. These people are direct involved to be able to get what? Get something out of the party. They make out to us here. Then we know me and you are. You far away. I supporters of the party. Some of our sympathizers. Because Ebia, you Twitter buff fruit, you Twitter pano, you Twitter ice cream, and this for the year, they are told the Achamu, T-shirt, we are sympathizers. Now, you continue to try of near Kontokwa. Near Yen Yemabi and Sanfata, near Bofunia, the Diatamia Kasakasa. Now, you because in the top hierarchy, there is misunderstanding. In the top hierarchy, there is misunderstanding. But they are able to solve their problems and move on. It all is not well as you think. All is not well as you think. Said baby, I day. And then penny for our party, woman can't. As some person catch on no. It differences, no. I will baby. It is a union PPN, CPPN. Our difference. Realize that among your own party people who are penning for our party people, they have their differences and they disagree on issues. They fight amongst themselves. It doesn't come out for you to hear. It will never bonte akofa dua akofa bibi ediko hwe obi tirim ediko bro obi akwanya hwan no. What do you get? Upra wo pra kwa. Yesa woni ya say no kwa. Yesa wona ya say no kwa. Your own is that you preach the good news of your party to people just to convince them. Emagupumfu na kokuntoko otrotro and kokutoko lorry park against obi opponent. When your own people are being penning for cry and disagree. And I have said it here on countless occasions. How many times the main country will say, hear me, how many times the main country will say, there were people in NPP who never wanted Akufo-Addo to be president. There were people in NDC who never wanted John Mahama to be president. They be having cast and it's a fact. You part to change here. And real, there are people who are not in love with this man. What will pronounce him? I fact, any point what Juma. Apart from some dumb party, no, doesn't mean say I can't be so obi all party no be madam for. Obi a person have flag better be I am madam for. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. As if there are differences there, but you have to comport yourself and preach the good news of your political party to others. And you are now for say ubetimi convince NDC and MPP ni no about campus say oba join no. Dance on in the bakuntokwa. Dance on the bubble blows. Dance on the body team. Dance on the bigger problem. What do you get? Unyare. Do bank party na. Party na ne. You see a chem kosia. One be Kenya be ansani abamomo ncheno. One kura kuntokwa. Now. But Jerry, one of chairman, I think sir, irrespective of whatever the situation is, it do be a musum control. Fighting amongst yourself doesn't speak well to the people outside. As I make me too for no. It doesn't speak well because mupo na muye say now you people are party members. Sometimes when na muhiya muhu, and this is for me catch them. This is the time you need yourself. This is the time you must put all differences aside. This is the time if you love your party as NDC member. This is the time only NDC member be our difference. You must put this aside. Why? Because in the name of the party, loyalty of the party. When the party comes to power, when you feel proud. Don't feel proud say your party is in power. The government of the day, the government of the day. And if you have any differences with your people, this is the time you must solve because opposition coming to power without unity. No more power cry no unity. Coming to power. Now we need unity. Bra, forget it. Onyanoba, you can't make it. Eti Jerry, any chairman, regional chairman, I must make a chairman say, Munai. The difference is in our phantom chain. Now, work it towards a common goal and make it happen. That is all that I will say for now. That is what is happening in the NDC party. As I said, penny forward party must be smart to be able to solve this problem. Someone say media for the yan am yet it has some no. She took Robbie Moore. I'm going to the Abantima Casa. Me new to chat. Me can't some pepe. Me can't. Whatever you want to do with me, no why me, but. The truth be told, I have said it. Maybe. And I'm a bad Juma. I'm a guy. Let me see. My main casa, me Tyler. Somebody who tells my person me feel something. Me whole house on a Tyler if you 90. A friend for Su is my close friend. He has become a brother man. Maybe do for Su or not do for Su. So we have become brothers. Then he called me on phone. And I say. Brother to salam say no so matisa ya say Alan is babaku na wa bawo so babak nam say okote no we as yo the news as am can news nam so there be it is not true but I don't believe it is true but if it's true I told him straightforward. Then doing my research today then I realized said asem ni baby ote no the far by and me be kire no baby ote asem no ha say tiam so abo kan news no unse chief for news ne de omo exaggerate abo kasa no omo kire ma nwan saa wani baba ho so do wanya the gist of the story wani baba ho so no asem a wote ya wo de titoto ma osi from ko officer sarate ba be connect sa. So I went around and I saw the story. Then I realized same way na enkofo ne kana for suna dwene ya ne say Alan has come back to the MPP also. Was the chairman of the Presidential Electoral Committee of the New Patriotic Party, Professor Aaron Michael Quay, has disclosed the possibility of the party leadership reaching out to Alan Tremantin to return. Professor Michael Quay, who described Alan as a fine gentleman, expresses regret about NPP losing such a valuable. He further stated that politics is a game of numbers and hence there was a need to engage Alan Tremantin to return. There was a need to engage. There was a need to engage. There was the need. Ebe hiya say yanene be din kita now wasan back. And dear Michael Kweakano, remember the man references of why there is no the need. Why in here? When I'm a kind of bit, I say in here. But or a penny, 80 question now, or your smartness. He made this call during a sideline interview at the 1 week observation of the late Teresa Kufuor with Metro. He is a fine gentleman. I am sorry that today we don't have him, but like the majority leader said, we would need to engage him because politics is a game of numbers, and he, Alan, is a man of excellence. The party will engage him in all possible ways because I can't say, even gods love their numbers, how much more the living? Professor Michael K also said that there are different ways going to be difficult. I say it is definitely going to be difficulties in this journey the party has decided to embark on, but they will go ahead regardless. There are always difficulties on the road. There are times that you have to bend the curve. There are times where you will reach a junction. There are times when you go through valleys. There are times you have to climb hills. We shall deal with it, all of them, and we shall be well, he added. Professor Michael K, Uyo Penny, seriously speaking, Alan, through the speaking here, and my name will committee, let us or the buy while making kaya, and never kaya, and the idea in I said, man, you want ye. Two, a Juma Muyano, Muskidi in the favor of somebody, Waka. Three, and penny four conifie, including Chamine, Buria conifie, Akon office Nako Kasa, later Samba Bontaba Kasa Chama Manifie, Chama Corner office. That is 1, 2, 3. General Secretary issue statement. Eddie Ababonting indicating that you general resign here. Wasaba reply General Secretary of the party says a dear necessary a yes so about area. Why are you worrying yourself over one particular person? I also on Pebble Party. Namo Hamu. I know so this one there. Just be smart to say Uncle Casamwa. Ghana for the say I support say we free party room and now free party member because election committee no come and November 4th na moko ampa so want to so work carefully it will affect the November 4th because or accuse him in the first place of the electoral committee for am setting bibi amode ye no wa accuse him dada it is a same question and go for busa no so we answer in any negative way that goes negatively against Alana. They hold you responsible. Say any of the working can I ampa and we are penny. My respect to brutal. But I'm telling Ghanaians, so I see MPP for making fruitless effort to go back and go and find Alan and bring him back up. Hey, yeah, because we're forming the movement. Butterfly, we're making intention clear. Or calling him. Why do you need him? What never day? What's up, person president of a party? The party needs to some manage president. Now also manage president. No, compare baby or president. You need numbers of or no. And then call for a middle door saying. If MPP have any intention of bringing Alan back, Massa, because more can find a bar, there will be division in the party. Me catch them. As much as I know today, a lot of the party faithfuls don't like him again. Neither does he like the party. The crowd back up, somewhere that the cow will be here. But the truth be told, he doesn't like the party again. Majority of the party faithful don't like him. And to walk off the bar, I didn't ever say. We are bringing more division into the party. And needless. And a total needless for them to come. But should I not accept to come? Oh, maybe you see this word. Say, Alan accept MPP back. No about party anymore. I will use it this word. Mark my words. It will be a shameful. A very shameful. Dear Mwaki and someone will be paid. Any DSCC. Any press statement will make you a damn to me kind. You are saying you tell say MPP penny for back. Any man be cassette my back. Hey, bra. Now wasaba wo beye den ene nka mi wo yan se nim guase akwa aba. Yes, truth be told, danu me ka say babia what taking the stand now okono he should forget replying MPP people when they talk about him. because more na or responding to amono more na a distraction o distracting no more na or den or reply woman a distraction unya focus to focus on your political movement now wa for me unya focus ana nipa ya no fom more na wo reply no wa no fom more wa no fom bebrea enkofo kakra na wo mayo ma so mbedi wachi awo free MPP no wa no fom wa no bekwa fom tia wo because once upon a time they were MPP faithfuls and that show wo jeans wo blood mu they are only following you because you are coming from MPP not because of the butterfly do tell that ben your butterfly will manifest after 2024 election ya to abewie now some maintaining continue to have it for a certain period then you will get faithful followers but now anybody who follows you now AMPP ni automatic me catch now NDC ni bi anko CPP ni bi anko anybody who follows Alan right now AMPP ni but nakuma wa ha na nim na odiaba butterfly they make catch say it was too quick for Ninkofo say owie the press na no omama ne kwan mo ka say onko media talk. I didn't buy the idea. Oh, seriously speaking, I'm a journalist. I didn't buy the idea. Only by the culture man buy idea no. Tama or yeni press conference. No declare intention. A declare the party ni bibiano. As a senka or backsliding for playing. Wako trabruchiri. No you din out to work. Obata momatu November 4th na wie. Wo mutu wie no munya mo flag bearer. No flag bearer no ebe declare says or declare says say ono na the flag bearer of New Patriotic Party. Now for we send it down to Ghana. You are starting eco media tour. What starting media tour with your butterfly? What starting media tour with the butterfly? That is where ultra counter attack pa. And you see what watching. Because when the flag bearer say no, so butterfly no come media house be now criticizing or more flag bearer now. And people buy it. But this time, what call your busa and someone obusa asema beka biano people will take it a bitterness from say went to me and and by a flag bearer of the party who could third and I free her and that bitterness nama ode kasa but who take or die as I resign no I di un kasa biom no what November wo mi yi nipa na no bagana no what start it e je dey won busa asem bia who speak here you speak direct to their flag bearer the credibility and why people should vote for you rather than no. So you know say over tackle between John Mahama, their flag bearer, and yourself, and you are marketing yourself that time. They said, yeah, a man for Jojo, assembly in area. No man call you a flag bearer. Won't call you no I say back. Oh, I am telling you, Ghanaians, you tell them back na can you tell me no. So you're Michael Koye, you are smart enough. The okay, I know, sir. Me say to me feel say, just to please the media, the journalists, and the people, just to create an avenue. But Alan is not coming back. Neither do I want the MPP to go for Alan again. And what? Case die. 0545402507. My name is Siosla. I say that it is no back up. Now I'll continue to champion that cause. This is me. And this is the show I've been running for the past close to 3 years. My runners are proud to election 2020. And I'm the buyer. My running I'll be sitting there. So you know me. Me find someone dodgy. Me can't say they sit here. And then those who follow me knows me very well. Now sanity here. It pray there. Now I know I'm a buyer. I'm a car SMB. Now I talk about Yera from Pop Boating. Now Yera from Pop Boating, I reply the Attorney General. Now reply the Attorney General no. And now can me person me hwehwe na monemo check because I know me ba me catch Attorney General say me nwanwa say one fine fault bia say one fine fault there. Now I might believe say Nkofo a galamsey epira yen a enam so ma Major Mahama ewu yaya no kamia ye say papa na wuwu a hunu because true galamsey ya ane kofa sansem no de ba ya ohre ne nkwa na afi pobotin de aba amia hunu say nkofo a ye involve Ghana phobia wo mu dim wo Ghana ha atumi amana basa ne ya brush asem no of ne adi asem na chiri say asem no eni nyina so bia de CID ho ahwan a ene na me ya hye ne papa de ko say wo mu nko guide o so mu nko hwe nkofo a galamsey ya hwere ne nkwa ya kwa. We should have allowed that man to do his work once our water bodies was spoiling, because at the end of the day we can get no BI to prosecute as so say yensu. Oh apa ayasama seriously speaking we are it's a hard thing but say you to me find any fault of Obiadia. Why did the man die? Major Mahama, why? And it's a shame to Papa Nuwane, a shame to everybody in this country who is a guru in this country, whether you're a politician or not. We are galamsey, not true mo, a branch in a wuno. A shame. Some man and more. Let me come as someone can straight to. Former chairman for the internal Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, Professor Fapem So has responded to the Attorney General, Godfrey Yeboadami, who downplayed his report on illegal mining, as also known as galamsey. The Attorney General, in advice dated September 12, 2023, to the Criminal Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service on September 14, 2023, stated that the former chairman failed to provide the necessary evidence to support his report for the prosecution of individuals implicated. In a direct response to the Attorney General's assessment, Professor Fapem So has stated that the consequences of the environmental destruction caused by alleged criminals will become apparent in the future. I am not at all surprised with that criticization by the Attorney General. We can all close our eyes and belittle the destruction of the environment and its biodiversity, but the reality of these criminal actions by people who have no conscience and love for the country will be evident in the near future, if not so soon. He asserted, but mami I say, baby, or can send me a ikiame pa. I say, if the Attorney General comes back in September 2023. No, he said something here. Attorney General Godfrey Dame followed up and advised that little attention be given to Professor Fapem So's report on illegal mining. This was reported in editorial of Online today, 12th May 2023. If the Attorney General comes back in September 2023 and report that we do not find any evidence in support of the allegations made against the person cited in the report, with the exception of I am not surprised. I would have been extremely surprised if AG's opinion had been otherwise. Because I say, already, upon can send me, Attorney General can send me the final report, not the buy. It is an can not crowd buy or better be before for Quanka Bessie and one. Because what him say, already now the Wakano, San will be Jinasuntianas and one. I also believe, to the Attorney General, there are no party people. Ghana for Mutie, I had a Biamika. My argument wa metia na Major Mahama woya me ya na busu from pamacho say me busu body din, but it still pains me. Sir, people's selfish interest would allow somebody ne papa wona hwe no an opportunity to join the army to a certain level. Na nkonformity krom ha. Selfish interest. Sir, young kompon konfor ho ban because the president says yan go pamu ko for wo mu yesade no na okwa mutie for bo acha asemo ka wa na mu wa ya da bia na mebuafu. I also believe the Attorney General there are no party people involved in illegal mining. There are no government appointees churning the soils in our forest and farmlands for gold. there are no Chinese engaged in illegal mining, we are to believe that all the documentaries filed by Mr. Erectus Asaridonko on illegal mining are untrue and fake. But the Attorney General would have told Ghanaians why there was no action on my report and waited for more than 2 years when I have been out of office to now tell Ghanaians that there is no evidence to prosecute those implicated in the report. So, Opacha said, the 2019 said, Utumin can't tell me, say, your party for our party no more, one illegal money, a bill. Government appointees are one year galam say, a bill, Utumin Casa 7 in Chereme. So these people were there, and they allowed, they sent Sasoja for. Any party mu esumo. Se ni pa pesika no otumi ani ti mo sum. We cannot close our eyes and banalize the destruction of the environment and its biodiversity, but the reality of these criminal actions by people who have no conscience and love for the country will be evident in the near future, if not soon. This is Ghana, the country that there is bomb in Israel and the people say we won't come. This is many others. The country that there was war in Ukraine, the people said I won't come back. This is Ghana. Kronan go for come here to bomb. Kroma for no kwa fa obagako. Jere go for say yemba o. And if I come baby for na Ghana dia. Na sanya ma we ko so wana bedo oban no abade krom. Edru baby aya na but we have to say it. We have to say, we will continue to say Maza Yebeka. Yanka any party we are say afanu wedi. Oko chaos yo a norm. One of those things. Me say, me we are say I'm a buyer. Me policy ye back up. I am a principal man. Only me nyadwen, only me nyadwen. That is my point. But my point is say I am a principal man. As much as me support idea, over supporting me idea. Ye nyadwen betimi akọ benkurum. Me duru baby ayadwen enko benkurum. Say enamanusuti what decision be to take me fahun, but I will let you know, say this is my policy, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and I will respect what I stand for. Simple. Then people in party, people appointees doing this thing, not ya jaho aye ye ho no makoko nenene adada ye ho article ye mfe esere abefa sojafo e de omakogu wuram say wo mo besen enko fight against ade amoamu nkrofo na eye do no ye na dwuma soja ni ye fa soja ni so nko guide galam ye fa soja ni say wo me protect Ghana for say akon ba me ani wo mo kutini afọ obo e ko wi akire ya kofo makotema nko se bi tafache Chromophobe akupapa ne yaya no to say munkofo ana na eye 0545402507 Fapem So we see that it is to back up. My name is Sly. I miss no words in saying those things, and I don't insult you, but I tell you the real truth. If I tell you the truth and you hate me for it. So we are now succeeding is up to you. We are now failure is up to you. But media machirama doing that is it. Mr. Sly. Sometimes run from work to listen. I say sometimes I run from work to listen to your program. If Ghanaians are wise, the music before the program alone is enough. Sule Tama Committee 1, side 20. I say enyum na me de hyase keke. Stone boy enyum no keke. So utie lyrical content ne keke. E catch us say nipa trimu su. So what legacy are we leaving behind for the children? Good evening, Fapem So. Please, my problem is only one. Why is it that Ghana Police Service is having is having a lot of senior police officers at the national headquarters that are not having real officers to work. Go to Nima police station and ask. Only one officer is handling operations, district crime officer as well. In fact, our security is not fair and safe at all. Please cross-check it for Ghanaians. Thank you. I know the way by. Good evening, Mr. Slide. If I heard you right, someone assisted you to get a passport quick for your son. And by the passport is not yet in. My year passport, no, me person me year passport, So I'm more baby a friend premium. Premium nature so be Kakasi saying the other places, So I needed somebody to assist me to let my boy fill the form. So what I said, the bear mistakes in back. It's me friend nipa no ka so ko huma kwala we na obetimi aboa mama fill the form na bibia. Na mo aye ne premium. Omo fe bibi premium. Enti aye ne premium. Date na bra wo mo de ma yen. Say sa date na sa beka passport na twa me mai. Enti ene kwa me ba no. Me se madam no. E friend say ayo botwe. Ka me se me be keka bia kere no. Say gidigidi na okoye wo passport office gidigidi ni nyina no. E ho amamfa so. Because date na wo mo de ma yen. Say sa date na mba the passport ni be ba no. E ma ye. Say what de te ha. E ma ye. Wonu so ye time aso. O ma paper for a date. The date is up. Passport ni ma ye. So I was trying to tell you I knew somebody years back, and when I needed to expedite it through premium, he let somebody help us into where BBR. Later, Kwame affidavit, sikabini. So what I say, It is that why I was trying to put across, but Ninsanka passport, we haven't gotten it. So I make Sanka tell the panel say, date no the man and buy you. So if you have anything, obey to me, I saw ni movie the uncle one. That is how I have done it. Until somebody that I think assisted me here and no, but Ninsanka passport, me patcho. Did you pay exact fee or you added some money for the speed up? This may not let those who don't know any one passport to delay because there will be put aside to give way for yours to be printed. I stand to be corrected. Richard Vasama, yeah, Richard, you stand to be corrected. It's true what you are trying to put across. So I'm making clarification as the person assisted us in filling the form, but a premium. Almost any premium. So premium next said you pay more than the ordinary or regular passport fees, and their charges are different. Or more charges are different. And when we went there were so many people also there trying to do those things near there. So we assisted ourselves or assisted in filling the form. Later, Ghana card no crown, said Jawufi, it see a your sma or co processing you and so some coffee, coffee, basande back, or pass it through the process. But the point was that he has to assist in how to do the process so that when you pass through the process. The date they gave us, as I speak to you now, we don't have the passport. So there was no connection. But we paid more than what they pay at a different, almost say you're friendly premium. That's the clarification. Timmy, that's a Richard. Good evening, Mr. Host. Please tell government that the youth are suffering. Nothing is going on in the country. So, Mr. Sly, can you use platforms and speak for Ghanaians? My regards to lawyer Baba Jamal Esquire and entire NDC leadership and our branch executive Aziz Hammer take him from Nima. Alan shouldn't be allowed into the party again. He's not a leader. A good leader fight to the very end, but not to quit in times of losing. From Jerry and Audiway at the buyer. So those are the messages that I've trooped in so far. In some few minutes to go, there's this thing. Odona traders threaten to make demo if government fails to renovate their market. Into Ghana buying Odona market women say some more renovate your market now. Montana so, but I think markets are some of the places that I cite with them. Say, when you give promises such like that, here because and comfort or so if there are marketplaces that we have to renovate for the people to leave the roadside, me particular, I don't like it. Because one, vehicular traffic a problem, two, human traffic a problem, and three, the unfortunate thing that happens, the biame come see ebinia brochire. It is ebinia brochire dia. Ada na ya na pese ye no wa ha. Nasrao enti mohwana momboa okay mohwana momboa odonafo na munyo market ne mo nyasa demonstration mekobi nto ade oba mekwa support you. So now the one I'm leaving you with, the founder of the Defend Capital Bank, William Atuesian, to spend 15 years in prison for role in collapse of the bank. Asem we oba home man so sa and afraid here one way. But it's a sad story, sir. Obia na hold the position high esteem. Obia bank here or like I said, shareholder of a bank bank na aye adwuma wo man no mu na nipa bu nipa and all of a sudden be ban say sika sembinti ama okoda fiase 15 years hardwin this thing I don't know how to say it, but hardwin pa say etimi asisa iti ye nuano mu a mu operative finance companies no money ade no I think said as I see a share you because enipa na eni omo ye adwuma and those people bringing their money there no money ade no issue pa issue itina ko ba ne say yese banks ni bi o aye kabo mu ye consolidated bank no money ade anankofo asenkofo lusu omo adwuma no money ade but I think say edru ba bi so a wa hwe in two side kofo lusu omo adwuma indeed, but the people who na edu omo sika koto sa banks no no na eno so say bank ni collapse ya say nipa ne doso sen nipa na ye adwuma it na two ways because nka nipa bebre be wu organa ha so wa ye adwuma gbodwa saa ni sika koto na bank we egu collapse o hwe ni sika onya just your friend is saying men's gold cry here e koso into omo ka banks ni na egu mu a omo so omo saving kofo a na omo sika deposit the sika wo ho omo save omo ye consolidated bank no is saving majority of the people than those who are working there. San omo kaye it no but oba the politics there be kasa but o hwe na on social issue no ni nyina anya de we a we lusu na dwuma na enye but bebrebe against ketwa de hin nka yemfa no it ya ye bie banks no ya at least we should be extra careful kakra na afi ye ntwe ni yie. Happy birthday nkoma ex-Merida Ivy Boateng, ex-Merida Ivy Boateng, Ghana National Fire Service, Legon Branch. Oh, baby, now yeah, Juma. Ex-Merida Ivy Boateng, Ghana National Fire Service, Legon Branch. Ana uye Juma. Happy birthday, and come out a free who out the United States of America. Martin Kwaye said, "Men wish you and famao." That is it from all of us from Home Based Television Network. Yeah, that was it. I went here and give thanks to no other person or Daniel Awache. Me say, Wejak Bawe, new Wejak Bawe for Montoaba Assembly ma Bamfama Daniel Awache. Miss you Sly, ma endorse Daniel Awache. Montoaba no Enfamano. Tam no swan, Montoma no betimi Abuamo. And I feel and Chiankoma workers of no other than Ras Oil. And you might fool you now. We'll be back. Bye bye.